Good morning, Facebook. It's Amanda Wright from Passionate Business Women.
And my name is Michelle Richardson, sponsor of Strength and Vitality Foundation and the Director of Strong and Vital Wellness Home here in Clinic in Doncaster East. Welcome.
Welcome. So we are here for the A&M Lifestyle Show, and we are off to a little bit of a later start today, but there's a very good reason for that.
Is there now? Yeah, during the week I had a little bit of criticism with the way I perform on camera and the way I do things. Instead of taking it as a positive feedback and learning about how to present myself, I took it as I'm not good enough, stop doing what you're doing. And that was not the case at all from my co-worker. He, I wasn't going to say he or she, but I said it, he was enabling me to acknowledge what I was not doing maybe correctly, but what is right or wrong, right?
Yeah.
So I took all that on board, and here I am now doing the live show with you.
Yes, I think it's all very easy to get caught up in criticism and bullying, and that's the title of today's show, what to do when you get criticised and bullied. And do you stop? Do you give up, or do you keep pressing on? What do you do, Michelle?
Well, from my current experience, it just happened within 48 hours, you carry on and you learn from the experiences. Take on board everything people say to you, because they're truly great friends. They want to help you succeed, and be able to listen to them and then critique it. That's the correct word, Amanda?
Yeah.
And learn from it and take action to change what you're doing to enhance your work, your knowledge and everything you do in your life, and bring out the greatness in you.
Yeah, that's great. So I think one of the hardest things is for people to actually get on camera in the first place and to know how to present and be professional, what to say, what's the format, what's the structure. And now we've got Mindy, our dog, whining.
Our healing dog.
Our healing dog.
Yeah, in the clinic.
Hi Mindy. Mindy, we're on camera. Be quiet, please.
She's a beautiful dog. I think she's asked for some food this morning. Anyway, so where were we, Amanda?
Yeah, about being presenting professional and knowing what to say, when to say it, how to say it. I think what I was saying to Michelle earlier is we've all got to start from somewhere, and if we don't keep practicing and picking up on where we could improve, then where is the room for improvement? So we've got to keep practicing is number one.
How did the top people get on top in the first place?
Exactly.
It's taken them years and years. Tony Robbins, over 25 years, and he started from humble places and learned from his mentors as well. So that's what we're here to talk about today. How do we help each other to grow into your greatness or where you want to go?
Do you retract and retreat, Michelle, or do you keep moving forward and trying to find out a strategy that works?
Through my experience in the last 4 years where we've come from, yes, I do move forward, but there might be a little step that goes backwards because I feel inadequate as a person and not being able to speak and say what I really want to say because I'm scared of judgment and what people might think of me. But I mustn't allow that to affect me, because my knowing and my deep purpose in life is to do something very special for the world, and I have to own it and make it happen. Yeah,
that's very true. That's a very, very good message, Michelle. I really like that. And like we were talking earlier about, like Michelle has got a very important message to share with the world, and she was saying earlier on that, you know, not all of my audience is on Facebook, and that is very true, but a large part of her audience are on Facebook as well. So it's getting that mixture of wherever you can reach your target market to go out and spread your message. So there's a mixture of modalities of getting yourself out there, I guess, getting known as a business person. You know, yes, getting out in the community is great, and yes, doing lots of emails and follow-up is great as well, but doing some spots on podcast or radio or Facebook Live or TV as well is really good, because you just got to get out in the community, you got to get out in your social networks and be seen. And if you get some criticism from one of those different modalities, then it's good, because it's room for improvement. This is what my mentors have always taught me. Like any criticism or feedback you get is good criticism, because then you can understand where you need to improve. And we're all a work in progress. And I'm not by any means a professional speaker, but I want to get to that next stage to be a professional speaker. And the only way I'm going to do it is by keep practicing and following what other professionals are doing on the internet, online, on television, on radio, so that I can see how they present, study them, and go and do some more speaker training as well.
That's great, helpful hints, Amanda. That's terrific. I think that all our audience out there would really resonate with what you're saying, is about how do we step up to be professional. And what's professional anyway? It's owning, like I said before, it's owning what you believe in, and then you resonate with everything around you, and people will come to you that will help to support you to get to the next level that you are seeking. And this brings us on to professionalism in the workplace and bullying. How do people would see criticism as bullying, but it's not always. How do we make that difference? You know, from someone actually helping us, supporting us to make a shift in our consciousness and our belief system to make us better, or is it actually, you know, putting us down? How do we make that
distinction?
Yes, thank you.
I think if someone's bullying you, it's very clear that you feel, I don't know, it's put me on the spot now, but criticism, I guess, can be constructive criticism. Yes, I feel you could do it better this way. This is areas for improvement. I don't think how you're doing this is quite in the right way. There's tips and things that you could do to improve. Bullying is more harassment, and makes you feel pretty bad, actually. I mean, both been bullied, and I have been actually bullied in the workplace, and yeah, how do you define that bullying in the workplace?
Well, it's about standing in your power, standing on your own feet, and ground yourself and believing what you can do, because there's no right and wrong. What you're dealing with, if someone's bullying you, it's their ego, okay? They might be really judgmental on you. They might be jealous of what you're doing, so they're not stepping up, so they have to find a way to compensate for them not working to your same standards, so they might attack you. And this is something that goes on quite a lot in the workplace, and I've acknowledged it myself as well. So take it on board as actually a wonderful learning curve for you, and actually be better than that person by saying, would you like some help? I can help you do this. What's the major issue around you trying to control me or others in the workplace? What's really going on in your life? You know, what aren't you controlling that you have to control others? And really, you might find a really sincere, wonderful person under that anger, that grief, that control, that someone's really calling out for help. And we're everywhere. These people are everywhere in the workplace. You know, they want to be better than someone else, but they can be, but there's a way to go about it, which is caring, sharing, and looking after each other. Yeah.
So some tips here, like to recognise if you've got bullying in the workplace, there's some tips here. So like if someone is quite aggressive towards you, so distinction between criticism and bullying. So if someone's criticising you, they pull you up into their office and say, I feel that you could do this better, this is, you're not being very professional, your presentation skills could be improved. Whereas bullying is more aggressive, like coming across in a really aggressive manner. Don't do that. Or someone belittling you, telling you you're not good enough. Why are you always doing that, you stupid person? So there is
it's language, isn't it, Amanda? Language.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, if you feel like you're being criticised, then that's good. That's good. All criticism is good, because that means that there's you realise where you can improve. There's areas for improvement, and we're all a work in progress. So any criticism is good criticism. So when it comes to bullying, all bullying is bad.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So how to recognise the signs of being bullied, and how to overcome being bullied in the workplace.
How to overcome being bullied is connect to someone in your workplace, someone that you can trust and rely on, and have just a nice conversation and say, how I feel. I feel this. Is there any way you can support me, or how do we address this issue in the workplace? And then you might have to go to the higher...
I like the HR department. Yeah.
A higher rank, or whatever you like to call it in your workplace, and discuss it openly. And I think it's very important to have open discussions, and even bring a mediator into the workplace that doesn't know anything about what's going on, so they can actually have a overall view of, without having any influence or anything that's going on in the workplace. That's a great way of doing it, a mediator as well. Yeah,
and a lot of people are afraid to speak up for themselves, because they're afraid, what if what if I lose my job? What if I get sacked? What if I upset someone? Well, if you don't speak up for yourself, you end up suppressing your emotions anyway, and then what happens? You end up feeling worse.
Yes, and you often get sick and you have days off, and then the cycle of bullying can actually get worse because they see you as a weakling. It's not true at all. It's about empowering yourself to say and open up and speak how you truly feel. And the language is so important, how you speak to your superiors or people in your community, by just sharing that and being humble about how you want to address your issue about bullying. And in the end of the day, it might be a sign from the heavens above in the universe that time to move on, time to find your real passion, and what you're doing at the current time might not be your greatest purpose. It might be needed elsewhere. So to step out of that area, they also help that person who's doing the bullying and address and help them is a wonderful thing too. But it could be a good time to move on.
Yeah. So how to recognise if someone else is being bullied in the workplace, and you feel that you can step in and offer a little bit of support or guidance to that person. So some of the key things, if someone's looking quite suppressed around the workplace, like depressed or not fully in themselves, coming out and being proactive with their workload, if they're walking around like they're looking a bit sad,
jumped over
at the desk,
doesn't share the copy room, kitchen, bit of a loner. These are all the signs. I mean, unfortunately, in today's society, we say we haven't got enough time, but there's so much time. It's unbelievable. You've got time to acknowledge someone and reach out to them. And you don't know what's going on in their home life as well. It's not always just the workplace. So unfortunately, we do bring our office work home, and we bring our homework to the office. So everyone needs some help, and it's very important for us that could lead a helping hand. It's a wonderful feeling.
That's right. And me and Michelle had a bit of a, I'd say, heated conversation last night, but the conversation was much better this morning, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, managed to have just a nice conversation, and that's what it's all about. If you feel that someone has upset you or
It's not about you.
I know it's not about you, but if you feel that something is not sitting with you right, I guess it's time to speak up and not retract and retreat into yourself and let all these past issues come up that you've had in your life of feeling, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I can't do this. But instead, just get your voice and speak up for yourself. Go and speak to that person, have a conversation with them, and just ask them, what is it? What have I done something to upset you? Or what is it that's on your mind? Or why don't you want to do something anymore? Just in a really nice, calm tone of voice. And that's what happened this morning when I woke up and had a great conversation with Michelle.
Thank you, Ada. And we're drawing back and recapping on why this whole episode of our A&M Lifestyle Show came about is I was ready to pull the plug. Now, I'm making more time, or not more time, more value on my time than being on Facebook, but no, I'm here to help and support all the other people who are feeling, where do I go? What do I do to create something in my life and become happier and live a longer, stronger life and have wonderful people around me, all around you guys. And I'd like to contribute that to your lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as I said before, like Facebook is just one tiny component of your business. And it's very important to get social proof because people do go and look on the internet for information about you if they're looking to do business with you. And also when you're building up your network, you look at all the people that, I say we go back to Tony Robbins earlier on, and look at his portfolio of social media proof on the internet. You know, of course he's out there doing a lot of public speaking and he has to do a lot of work in the community and a lot of public relations and marketing and sales. A lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes, but you know, you do see his sponsored ads on Facebook. He doesn't have to do quite so much self-promotion now because he's built up his career. But for people that are building up their career, it's really important to get that social proof happening, and it doesn't have to take very long. Like a couple of Facebook Lives a week, and if you're into other modalities like your website and your podcasts and your blogging, like all of this stuff does take time, like granted guys, but if you don't keep plugging away and chipping away and doing a little bit here, a little bit there, then it just gets lost, and you do get lost in the noise. So that comes back to how to stand out in the noise, a very crowded marketplace as well.
It is. I think, again, I was saying, come from a humble space and just acknowledge everyone that's giving you great support and feedback, and learn, research, do what you need to do to project yourself out in the wider community. And you know what? You will succeed, I guarantee.
Yeah.
Look at us.
You've got to keep plugging away. Like I had a really bad 3 months, and actually I've been looking at a lot of people that I've connected with over the last few years, and it's very interesting. I've heard a lot of stories on Facebook over the last few weeks of other business people, entrepreneurs in similar positions, that they get to a certain point in their career, their journey, their entrepreneurship, and they get stuck, they get blocked, they feel like, what am I doing? And it's then taking yourself to that next step, that next level all the time. And these last 3 months, I have had quite a few challenges and a few blocks, and to be honest with you, I felt like giving up. And Michelle knows this because I've sat here and cried many times about giving up. And here was Michelle last night giving up on Facebook. So we've both been through it this last few months.
Yeah. And we'll keep going because there's a lot of people out there who appreciate what we do, and I love to connect with you, and to get all your wonderful positive feedback and say keep going. It's really touches my heart, so thank you.
So what to do when you get criticism and you're feeling like bullied and suppressed?
So
let's wrap this up. Like, do you give up, or do you keep pushing through somehow? Let's think of some tips and strategies that we can give to you guys. I'd like to say, first up, just make sure that you're connected with people that can really support you.
Yes, 100%. Without them, you really can struggle to get to your next goal.
Yeah. And another really good tip or strategy is to follow people online or on television that you aspire to be like. Who is it that you want to present like? Excuse me. What's the modality that you're in? Follow that modality. If it's in life coaching, in health, in public speaking, whatever it is, go follow 1 or 2 key people in your niche. Find out how they present, how they come across, what they talk about, and just really study them.
And it's also very important to be your own individual self.
That's right.
You can watch them, but don't take on their mannerisms, because they are them. You're a very special, very unique person that's going to bring a lot of good to the world. So don't forget that when you're out seeking how to become more professional, because deep down inside you are professional and you're going to make the difference.
That's right. Very good, Michelle. Another one is look as well about your presentation and think about how you want to come across. What is your branding all about? Do you want to portray yourself as someone professional with a professional image, or you want to be someone that's more casual and laid back and t-shirt and thongs? Now, if you're like a personal trainer and you're wearing your PT equipment, your gear all the time, that's absolutely fine, because you're coming across as a personal trainer. You're teaching people how to improve their physique and get fit. If you are a chef, you may be showing lives in the kitchen all the time in your chef outfit. Or if you're presenters, then you may want to wear more office attire kind of presentation outfits. So have a think about your image as well and what you want people to recognize you for.
That's correct. That's good. It's very important also to read great books. There's lots of amazing books out there. Reading, you know, here I am saying reading, and I didn't read a book till I was 45 because I
Really? What happened there, Michelle?
I didn't read because I couldn't read. My sisters did my exams for me. I was triplet, so I didn't have to read, and it was a mental block. But that's another story. But reading, if you can't read or you haven't listened to audio books, they're wonderful at night time.
That's
something
right.
to listen to, or YouTube. Wonderful.
There's a wonderful library on YouTube. So YouTube is great. If any of you have not really used YouTube for much research before, just go to YouTube, whatever you're struggling with, type it in, how to learn how to be a more professional public speaker, how to learn how to build a website, how to learn how to write a cover letter, how to learn how to write a CV. You'll just get so many videos that come up there. So if you're not very good at reading, there's plenty of videos on YouTube, people happy to share their knowledge, their expertise with you. And a really good tip on YouTube as well, if you start to find people that you really like that are giving you incredible value on YouTube, follow them, because then you can get the notifications that pop up and you can learn more from them as well on a regular basis.
Excellent, Amanda.
So we've got some really good tips there for you today. I hope you guys have got some value out of that. And I'd just like to say a very big thank you for everybody's support that's been watching our lives over the last few months. Really do appreciate your support. It's a constant work in progress, and we are here, we're committed for you guys, and appreciate your comments and your feedback. And if you'd like us to talk on any particular subject, then please drop us a message into the chat box and we'd be happy to hear from you. Correct?
Yep.
All right guys, well we're going to go. Have a very happy Monday, very happy week ahead.
It's almost Christmas. Yay.
Yeah, we're going to have some really exciting lives coming up over the next few weeks with all the Christmas
We
festivities.
might have to dress up in Santa stuff. Come on. Get the Santa hat on, I think. Yeah, get in the Christmas spirit. So many people, think, oh, do we have to? But it's about sharing a wonderful time. That what Christmas is about. It's about rebirthing. It's about new creation, new things. And I think we really need to spread that word. Yeah. So we're going to be out in the community this week. In fact, tomorrow night we've got a little community function on. Yes. So if you're around
in Templestone. The
Yep.
Templestone?
Templestowe, yes, we
Yeah,
are.
hotel
Yep.
here in
We'll be
Melbourne.
there.
We'll be there tomorrow evening, so if you'd like to come down and meet us, or
At 7 o'clock.
Hmm.
We just at the local bar area for a meal and a chat, and love to meet you all wonderful people.
okay.
Okay.
All right, guys, we've got some really exciting stuff coming up over the next few weeks, so don't forget to tune in, and we'll see you guys again next week on the A&M Lifestyle Show. Amanda Wright from Passionate Businesswomen.
And Michelle Richardson from the Strong and Vital Energy Wellness Clinic here in Doncaster East, and the sponsor of Strength and Vitality Foundation.org.au.
Good morning.